What's up, folks? The Future Go Gene Payne here to talk about this week's Raw. This week's Raw was the first show post-War Rumble pay-per-view. And I got to give WWE credit, man. They did a good job of hyping up WrestleMania season because it is Mania time, folks. I know y'all excited. I'm excited. This is one of the best times to be a wrestling fan right now. Everything's all right with the world right now. And they did a damn good job on Raw hyping this show. They started off with Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre makes a declaration that after winning the men's Royal Rumble match, really glad he won that, by the way, he declares that he's going to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. I'm pretty sure a majority of us weren't shocked that he made that announcement, but we're still very happy he chose Brock. It's going to be a great match come WrestleMania, man. Can't wait to see the chosen one finally get what's his. Then he issues an open challenge, which is then answered by the OC, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. They have a little match. Drew McIntyre beats both of these guys. And this is where, like, you kind of shake your head a little bit because it's like, really? The OC of all people that you had job out to Drew McIntyre? Y'all couldn't call Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Y'all couldn't call out the Singh brothers. I'm pretty sure the Colognes are still signed with this company. You could call them, but you know, the OC, which sucks. They're supposed to be the best tag team in the world, and you have them job out to Drew McIntyre. That was... I don't know if I agree to that decision, but it is what it is. Drew McIntyre beats them both. Then Brock Lesnar comes out, F5s Drew McIntyre, making a statement right there, which is nice. I love how they have Brock Lesnar. You notice how Brock Lesnar has been on Raw a lot? Because I know a lot of these Brock haters, Brock trolls be hating. They be like, oh, Brock's lazy. He doesn't want to come in. And now look at him. Brock Lesnar has been here almost, I want to say since December. I want to say since maybe the new year or maybe late December. I forget when he first came up. It might have been late December, early January. But he's been on Raw ever since then. He has not skipped a day. He has not. I don't think so. No, he's been on Raw a lot, and it is fantastic to see Brock Lesnar because, you know, I'm a Brock Lesnar fan. I love seeing Brock every time he's on TV, and he's here. We also had Rey Mysterio versus MVP, two former rivals going at it. Rey Mysterio won the match. We also then had a backstage interview with Becky Lynch, basically talking about her win against Asuka, saying she felt like she finally, you know, did the impossible, you know, because she's been doubting herself for a while now, and now that she's beaten Asuka, Becky Lynch is feeling good about herself, man. She even got a jacket now. She's labeling herself as the GOAT. I feel like this is leading to a possible Becky Lynch heel turn. And if it is, you know, it's going to be interesting to see because she tried this the last time and it didn't work. She ended up being the top babyface in this company. But her, like, now, I feel like now they can probably make her look heel because, you know, she's beaten everybody and she's feeling good about herself. And I'm cool with this. You know, Becky Lynch is my favorite member of the Four Horsewomen. So I'm very happy with the success that she's gotten now. If she's going to turn heel, this tells me that Ronda Rousey is so coming back. This has to be leading to a Ronda Rousey return. You know, no surprise that they ended up they made a new shirt for her on WWE Shop. I feel like she's coming back. Ronda Rousey's coming back, and they're going to give us a triple threat match with Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda again, probably to redeem for last year's event. Because if that's not the case, then the best plan they're going to do is probably Shayna Baszler coming in. But I feel like Ronda Rousey is going to be the most likely solution. I won't be disappointed if it's Shayna, but I think it's most likely going to be Ronda Rousey. Next, we got Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy versus Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. This was a good little tag match. Samoa Joe ended up getting taken out earlier on in the match, which left Kevin Owens to fend for himself. Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy ended up retaining their championships. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of surprised. Like, we knew the AOP was distracted backstage because the Viking Raiders they were fighting the Viking Raiders backstage. But she was still looking at it like, you know, maybe they'll have Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe win the Raw tag team titles, but they didn't do that. Instead, they had Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy win. Wasn't disappointed about that. I'm glad they had a little win because they just got the titles too, so you can't really have them jobbing out on TV like that. Next, we have Andrade Cien Almas versus Humberto Carrillo. The match ends with DQ because of Selena Vega interference. And Humberto, angry and remembering what Andrade did to him a couple of weeks back when he hammerlock DDT'd him on the exposed floor, he did the same thing to Andrade. And then, of course, later we find out why. Of course, later on in the night, we found out, well, on the internet, why this happened is because Andrade has been suspended for 30 days because he violated his first wellness policy. And while we're on, I was going to save this for later, but since we're already talking about Andrade, I'm going to talk about him now. This is probably going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, but I'm going to say it anyway. I feel like the reason why they didn't take the title off of Andrade is because of his relationship with Charlotte. And I say this because and I say this because the timing of this is too coincidental. Because I bring up the fact, I was talking to one of the 434 admins, and I was bringing up the fact that this happened because of Charlotte, and I give them a reason because of Roman Reigns. I use Roman Reigns as an example because Roman Reigns, y'all remember back in 2016, he was WWE champion. He had just beaten Triple H at WrestleMania, and he had the great feud with AJ Styles, and of course Roman Reigns established himself as the top guy in the company. Then he gets suspended like a dumbass. He violates the wellness policy, and he's gone for 30 days. What did they do when Roman Reigns got suspended? They stripped him of the WWE Championship. So if they did that to the top, they did it to the top guy of their company. So what makes for me? I was like, okay, if they had no problems, they suspended Roman Reigns and they stripped him of the WWE Championship, the top title in this company, which was worn by the top guy at the time. So why didn't they have Andrade do the same thing? Because then to me, I'm looking at it like it's because of his relationship with Charlotte. That to me is the only reason why he's still champion right now. Because you can't suspend Roman Reigns and strip him of the WWE Championship, but then you don't do the same thing to Andrade Suspension when he violates the wellness policy and he gets suspended for 30 days. That to me makes no sense. This is why I say it's because of his relationship with Charlotte. It has nothing to do with Heyman, nothing to do with Vince. I say it has to do with his relationship with Charlotte. This is not me hating, saying, oh, you just hate Andrade, you just hate their relationship. Like, no, I love Andrade, and I loved him as United States champion. I love Charlotte. I'm glad their relationship is working out for them. They're engaged now, and I'm happy for both of them. But I'm not going to sit here and not realize what's going on here, because I'm, of course, and then it brings back to anyone who's watched me from the past, realize I told y'all when some of them were bringing this up, like when Roman Reigns got suspended, they were like, they want you, when it comes to one of your favorites getting suspended like this, make sure you have that same energy. And I said, I guarantee you I'm going to have that same energy. And Andrade is one of my favorites, and I'm having that same energy I had when Roman Reigns got suspended. And I said I agree with them with stripping him of the WWE Championship. They should have done the same thing to Andrade Suspension. The fact that they didn't do it kind of pisses me off, because it sends a bad message to the locker room. Because now these the talents are gonna look at this like, okay, well, Andrade was champion and he failed the wellness policy and he got suspended. But y'all didn't strip him of his title. But you did the same thing. But y'all gonna do it to me, okay? Like, I'm not gonna say that they're gonna try to do that, but you never know, man. This is why for me, it's like you gotta send a message to the locker room that violating the wellness policy is not good, okay? You violate that policy and you champion right now, you're done. You should not have the championship right now. So I am not happy that they didn't take the title off Andrade. Maybe they'll change the decision come next week or something, or over on in the week. But right now, I am not happy they did this. And like I said, the reason why I believe they did this is because of his relationship with Charlotte Flair. That is why they didn't take the title off him, which is not a good sign. Y'all should not be doing that. He should be stripped of the championship. He should have lost it to Humberto on Raw if that was the case. Like, I know it sets him up perfectly for when he comes back, but it's like at the same time, it's like, yo, y'all should have stripped him of the championship, man. I'm not cool with that. Y'all let me know if what I'm saying here is overreaching or if I'm right about what I'm saying. We're going to continue on with Raw. We had Eric Rowan beat a local talent. Still don't know what's in his cage. Part of me is interested, part of me is not. We had Liv Morgan versus Lana. I feel like the real winners of that match were the fans, because those outfits that they had were... Liv Morgan especially, man. Looking like Black Cat from Spider-Man. But yeah, Liv Morgan wins the match. Good for her, because I was saying for a while now that she's been on this roster for like a month and she hasn't done anything. She's been completely useless in this feud. I'm glad they finally gave her a win. A win during this match. I love how she can get a win, but Rusev can't. That's pretty funny to me. Oh man, that's so interesting. Next, they had Charlotte Flair come out. She teased who she was gonna face at WrestleMania to the fans, but then she said never mind, she's just gonna wait. Then Asuka and Kairi Sane come out, Kabuki Warriors. Asuka says that she congratulates Charlotte for her win, but says that if she was in the match, she would have won it. She would have won the match. This leads to the Kabuki Warriors beating the crap out of Charlotte Flair. Did a terribly botched suplex, man. Until they cut to commercial, that was a bad suplex they took. This leads to Charlotte Flair versus Asuka after the commercial break. They had a good little match. The match ends with Kairi Sane interfering with the insane elbow onto Charlotte. She tries to fight Charlotte, but Charlotte big boots the crap out of this woman, and bam, she's out. Now, I want to talk about this thing with Randy Orton and Edge, man. They closed off the show with the Randy Orton and Edge segment. So we have Edge come out, the return of Edge. We're all hyped that, yeah, Edge is back, whatever. He talks about how happy he's back to be he's happy to be back. He's very glad thankful for the fans for their support during the Royal Rumble. He talks about having future matches with the likes of AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, and Randy Orton. This then prompts out Randy Orton to come out. He says, hey man, you know, I'm very happy you're back. You know, you're one of my closest friends and whatnot. And then he teases a Rated RKO reunion, possibly. Only to RKO Edge out of nowhere. Then this thing ended up getting brutal, man, because he then took a steel chair and he wailed on Edge in the back with it. Then he puts the chair on top of, wraps the chair around Edge's neck, and he goes to the top rope. And I'm not gonna lie, I was with a lot of y'all. I was thinking to myself, yo, Randy, chill, don't do this, man, please. I thought he was about to step on Edge's neck, and luckily he didn't do it. Instead, what he did was he took two chairs, and he did the concerto on Edge's head, and bam. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking at it like, yo, that was brutal. But I give credit to the acting of both Edge and Randy Orton, especially Randy Orton, because that teasing where he made us think that he was going to step on Edge's neck with the steel chair, but instead go for the concerto finish. Looks like the concerto finish is back. Nice, very happy to see that. But this brings me to my point where Randy Orton really is top 5 easily, one of the best heels in this company. Top 5 of all time for me, because this guy knows how to do it. And he's always said that he loves being a heel more than a babyface, and he showed it tonight that he likes. He showed it last night that he is really one of the top 5 babyfaces in this company. So, Kratz, that whole segment was great. One of the best heel endings to Raw we've had in a while. Looks like 09 Orton is back. The concerto finish is back. And I was very happy with what I saw, man. WWE did a great job hyping their WrestleMania season. People were saying, oh, they're probably going to have Randy versus Edge at Saudi Arabia. I hope to hell that's not what happens. Plus, I doubt Beth Phoenix is going to let Edge go to Saudi Arabia after that whole flight delay shit that happened last year. I hope this is a match that happens at WrestleMania, because ain't nobody trying to see this at no damn Saudi show, okay? This ain't a match worthy. This match is not. Saudi Arabia is not worthy of having this match. WrestleMania is worthy of having this match. Let's save it for WrestleMania, okay? WrestleMania is when we should do Randy Orton versus Edge, and we know that those two are gonna kill it because they're great friends with each other, and you know how it is. Great friends usually work really well together, okay? So I'm excited to see this. WrestleMania season is here. Very happy with what I saw on Raw. Great ending by Randy Orton and Edge. And yeah, just great stuff. You guys let me know what you thought of Raw. And you guys have a great day, okay? I will see y'all next time. Thank you for watching. Like, share, follow the channel, because I just started this up and I want to see how far we can make this go. Thank you. All right? You guys take care. Peace. Yes, sir.